Here are 5 signs that you are in a toxic relationship. Number 1. Constant manipulation. If you are in a relationship and you find that your partner always wants everything to go their way, you will know that they will employ every trick in the book to ensure that they will get what they want. They can cause unnecessary drama, fighting, arguing, and trouble just so that they can get what they want. Often, they will put up a mood, give you the silent treatment, and ask other people to influence your decision making. They will even go as far as to threaten to leave you. These are all traits of toxic and narcissistic behavior, which is not a sign of love. In the Bible, we see what love is actually like. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. This is what real love is. If you find that your partner is employing tactics and behaviors that are contrary to what 1 Corinthians 13 says, you can be assured that your partner may not actually love you, but rather just wants to manipulate you. Number 2. Lack of communication. Communication and understanding is essential in every relationship for it to survive. Yet in some relationships, in order to hold power, partners can withhold their communication. Tying in with manipulation, they withhold their communication. As a result, you never know what they are thinking or what their next actions will be. They expect you to inherently know exactly what they are thinking and what they want, and when you don't, they fight with you. Life is too short to always be walking on thin ice with another person. Your relationships should be a stressless, safe place, not a death maze where any action is detrimental to your health. If your partner does not communicate with you, despite you asking for them to do so, this is a sign that you are in a toxic relationship. Number 3. Their interests matter before yours. In 2 Timothy 3 verses 1 to 5 it states, "But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty, for people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness but denying its power. Avoid such people." Narcissists always make everything about them. It is always their dreams that matter, their ideas, their places to go out to eat, their family that you always go to visit. It is never yours. You don't have a say in anything, and any suggestion or idea you bring is promptly shut down and discarded. Your partner does not consider your feelings. Neither do they consider your opinions nor your views. If your partner does this constantly to you, you are in a toxic relationship. Relationships require give and take. It is a two-way street. There has to be sacrifices on both ends. You are not anyone's butler or hostess, yet there are many people who are in relationships where they are slaves to the other instead of equal partners. Number 4. They do not know what they want. Toxic people often don't have a goal. They don't think of anything long-term, nor do they have a clear picture of where they see themselves after a couple of years. Toxic people are often indecisive. They pass on all their major decisions to you, shirking themselves of any responsibility when the decision turns out to be a bad one. Your partner may be in a state of mind where they are just wondering. They are not settled. Their insecurities manifest through indecision. Also, these kinds of people are more susceptible to infidelity or cheating. If your partner cheats on you, it is better to forgive and walk away than to forgive and stay in the relationship. If it happened once, it can happen again. If your partner does not know what they want for a prolonged period of time, you may be in a toxic relationship because they are always relying on you. Number 5. Everything is your fault, never theirs. Toxic people often think so highly of themselves that nothing is ever their fault. Even if they do something wrong, they will find some way to explain it away from them. Or even worse, they may blame you for their error. They often view life this way. That didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was bad, it's not a big deal. And if it is a big deal, that's not my fault. And if it was my fault, I didn't mean it. And if I did mean it, you deserved it. Paul writes to the Romans on such people in Romans 16. I appeal to you, brothers, to watch out for those who cause divisions and create obstacles contrary to the doctrine that you have been taught. Avoid them, for such persons do not serve our Lord Christ, but their own appetites, and by smooth talk and flattery they deceive the hearts of the naive. Real relationships involve admitting when one is at fault and apologizing for it, and afterwards making the behavioral change to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Life is too short to be in a toxic relationship. If you are in one, get out before it's too late. You deserve a better life, a life that does not have unnecessary drama and glorifies God in the highest.